Hello, hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to the xsinick show. I'm xsinick, and we're back on track here with doing some more game development videos here, and also I would like to add in some tutorials. So if you look at the last video, you would have seen where I started to do a model of a red concept car. And that's something that I think I would break into from time to time, doing these little tutorial videos. So look forward to, I'm gonna do part 2 to that on Saturday during our chill out session. So part of the chill out session, I'm gonna do a tutorial. We're gonna continue to draw, hang out, play games and stuff like that. So if you're into that stuff, join us on Saturday at like around 10 o'clock. I may start earlier, God willing. At 9 is probably even better, but 10. And yeah, we could spend a couple hours, you know, just having fun. And I would also fill it up with doing that quick tutorial. So the tutorial is hard surface sculpting. So if you look to the top right there, you see on this stream now, game asset creation, hard surface sculpt, and of course open chat. So today we're going to get back and I'm going to show you guys. I'm working on the still working on the terrain part of this game here. So these, you know, different thing about game development is kind of like you know, there's a lot of fun in it, you know, when you're doing the graphics and all kinds of stuff, and even when you're doing some programming. But sometimes it runs into where, okay, you know, you got to put pencils down, enough fun, enough jokes. You know, it's just all technical and solving problems and getting things done and just getting things out there and actually having something in hand. So for most of the stream, I'll probably be quiet unless someone comes in and say hello. You know, just letting you guys know, if you're watching me now, there's sound alerts. There's all kinds of fun stuff to play with and interact with me here on the stream. Like there's view attacks where you could click. If you click on the video, you'll see these buttons come up. One is called viewer attack, where you could pelt tomatoes and darts and even a shuriken, like a ninja star, straight in my head. If you want to, or play around or something like that. Tomatoes, you could pelt anywhere. Also, there's sound alerts where you could type. There's a text. There's a couple buttons where you could have pre-made sounds, so you could put sounds in the video here, and also there's a text-to-speech button when you scroll down. And you could type, you know, text in there, and you could talk with me in a verbal voice. And the yellow bear, xsinick, is gonna say whatever you type in there. So yeah, with that said, guys, you know, of course, you know, I have a YouTube. I'm also on TikTok, you know, so I post short videos on YouTube Shorts and short videos on TikTok. And I also have all these videos that we're doing here is archived on YouTube. You can watch them after the fact. You can watch them here on Twitch, but I think Twitch gets rid of them after a certain amount of weeks. So I'm not sure how that works out. But yeah, if you have any comments, any suggestions, please feel free to put it in the suggestion box here in the stream, or go to my Discord. You see the Discord link at the front of my Twitch site here. Go to that Discord link, join the Discord stream, and we could have fun. Okay, I'll see you guys. Let's get right to the work right now. Continue working on what I was doing earlier today. Okay. Sweet. Okay. Yeah, xsinick is here. Everyone is here. So let's get going. Let's get rocking. So you know, I'll just talk a little bit and then I'll go a little silent. So I realized, like, here I have some stone that's on top of this riverbed, which I don't want. So I want to mask that out. So I'm going to go where the stone is. Okay, cement. Yep. And this is a factor. The factor is no grass. So I put that in there. What's the other factor? It's like a noise texture in there, no grass. I also got to put a river as a factor, so I'm gonna copy that in here. I'm gonna duplicate that. Let's preview this thing here. Let's believe it. There we go. Okay, so you see where I didn't account for the river, so I'm gonna account for the river now. I'm gonna add an invert node here. Let's see what we have to begin with. What is this doing? This doing multiply. Let's view this color. Yeah, the invert node. Okay, it seems like I got rid of any kind of river in here, so it's gonna just cut right through that. There we go. So the river cuts through it right now. It's no longer laying on top of the river, and I realize it because this here is a map I'm laying down. It's a texture map. And in doing the texture map, I'm like, the stone is not supposed to be on top of there like that. Okay, so we solved that problem. Simple enough. I'm gonna just gonna organize this a little bit. Hold on, bring this down over here. Bring the output over here. Okay, let's save this. Okay, now I'm gonna recapture my texture and I'm gonna see if it works. So it's the original thing right here. Let's put this back. We select this and then this again. I'm just gonna hit save just to doubly check. Let's save a version of this this version 3 here, just in case if we don't want this file getting corrupted and losing all our work. So I'm gonna go version 3 back. Save as. Okay. So I got these two selected. I don't believe that's is this the right? Oh, let's go back onto this one. Oh, we could turn this one back on. select him. Yep. Back on track. This to this. And let's bake it and see if what we did improve things. Okay, I got to do it over here. So I got that selected. This is then the image. Bake. Okay, so it's baking. So what you guys didn't see is the fact that I actually put some UV maps behind all this. Actually UV mapped the entire thing, that's what I meant. I think the machine is really going at it. Yeah, what he said. Okay, the machine is really going at it. I heard an echo of my voice, but anyways. Let's go. Yeah, this is what I like to see. It's using all the cores and everything. That's what we want. It's almost done.
Oh yeah, that machine OS working that bake.
Okay, here we are. Yeah, look at that. So I got it fixed. It got rid of the overlap. So this is a keeper. Save. And let's load it back onto this map here and take a little peek. Let's take a peek. Here we are. Yes. Okay. Continuing on. Let's hide this guy. Alright, this guy is selected. We want to get a new material for this guy. Oh. Okay, so we got those, so we select the high-res one and the lowest tile. It looks all dandy, and hit bake again. Okay, so after this bake here, I'm gonna segue into doing some modeling on that car, doing the sculpting on that car. Just watching watching the computer here just sitting while this bar goes across, it doesn't make for a very fun stream, I guess. But it's all good. I'm working, so just gonna let me tie up this one part here. I was actually doing some other tests to do with the terrain. Okay, so after it bakes this one tile here, we're going to jump into doing the sculpting of that concept car.
feel the slow CPU burn.
Okay, I think it's more of a GPU. Actually, I think it's both of them are going right now. The GPU and CPU. Let's take a look. Yep, it's totally maxing out all the cores, which is good. We're at 79%. Okay, look like we're getting somewhere here. It's almost finished. 100%. Come on, baby. I'm looking down here. There's a little bar there. Oh, it's done. So let's save. Don't play around. It's something that has happened to me before, where I was playing around and it wiped it. Let's go. Save image as. Right. So we got it in here, and then plug it into the tile here. Let's hide the higher resolution and let's turn the textures on. Very cool. So this is not all the textures at work, this is just the diffuse texture at work. I'm gonna turn on all the layers we have thus far, including one test layer I had here. Let's take a look at these things. Okay, so you can see all the maps in full effect in this layer here. For sure, this was a little test I did. You can kind of see the bumpiness. But that looks okay. In engine, I think it looks even better in engine. Let's take a look at that row. Oh, why is this guy different? So did we skip this guy? What's going on here? Let's take a look. I don't know what's going on with that guy there. We're going back to texture cleaning. Actually, shade, UV. Okay. Let's take a look at that guy. What happened here? This is 4, that's correct. Oh, did it get wiped? Okay, let's do this last one and then I'm gonna jump on to sculpting that car. I just want to have a row done. Okay, we're gonna take this guy out from here. I don't know why it wiped like that. Maybe it didn't save somehow. Let's go into turn on the high resolution. Select that, then select this. Select that, and then hit bake. That's all we gotta do. This should be a little faster though. This one doesn't cover as much area. Okay, so I just found like there's a magnifier in Linux, which is pretty cool. Let's just test it out. Yeah, this is what I'm watching right here. It's at 100%. Wow, that's so cool. Look at it finished it. So let's save this. Make sure we're on the right one. It's almost as if like it never got saved, period. I don't think I saved this ever. Probably rendered it and just moved on. Okay, so this comes to the end of this is the end of this saga. Just saving. Plug it into here. Hide the high resolution. And let's view the. Yeah, there you go. That's better. So now the texture is on here. Yep. So I got a bunch of these to do. I won't bore you guys with it. We're just gonna jump into doing the concept car sculpting. Concept car sculpting tutorial. But then again, you know, as I said, Saturdays would be the day where, you know, I would mostly focus on that. Just save this. I'm going to save this as. Oh, look at, I just going through inspecting it. I just realized there's a little anomaly right there, but thank God there's a building, so it's not gonna show up. Okay. There's our reference guy. We're gonna mostly see this not from bird's eye, but from this perspective. Okay. There's some really funky music courtesy of a game called Waku Waku 7. It's an old arcade game. It's pretty fun. Okay, let's go into the car. Let's go into the car tutorial. Do you have a tutorial, man? Yeah, tutorial section. Okay, let's go. Sculpt. Opening. Zoom. Okay, let's bring up the concept art for this, so we know what we're sculpting. Okay, I found the concept art. Let's bring that over. Okay, so this is the thing that we're gonna do. Okay, so we could use. Let's see here. Hold on. Okay. So continuing with part 2. This is part 2 of the car tutorial here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna just start to call out certain lines that we're seeing in a 2D way, right? The way I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna turn on dynamic topology here in Blender. There's a little button up there. This little button up here. Magnify that. Dyno topology. Okay. Turn that on. Alright, we have a draw tool right here. The draw tool is set to minus, so I'm gonna actually use it to carve into here like you would clay. I'm gonna make it smaller, right, hitting the brackets key. You can see my shortcuts. Oh, xsinick is she's kind of blocking the shortcuts. I'm gonna make her a little bit lower. Come on, xsinick, you gotta drop down a bit so people can see the. Oh, that's really low. I'm going to change my screen. Okay, right there. Shortcuts right here. As she thinks about it, it appears. Okay, so we're going to turn Dyno Topo on. So in order for you to kind of judge Dyno topology, you gotta be able to see the mesh so that you're not doing anything too dense and then the computer slows down, which happens to a lot of beginners. So if you're a beginner, you don't think to go here let me show you. If you're going to wireframe mode by pressing Z and selecting wireframe, you see this is the wireframe. This is what your computer sees that you don't see. All these tiny triangles, right? So what do you want to do? You want to turn on dynamic topology like what we did at the beginning here, and you have your cursor. Let me make my cursor a different color because it's being lost in this blue mesh. Or if I could just find that option. It's somewhere in here, guys. Give me a second. come on, I actually I actually found it one time. It's like I can't see it now. It probably is like somewhere like really obvious. Let's turn that on for a minute. Cursor color, that's all I need. Come on. Oh, cursor, alright, under here. Oh, there you go. I wasn't seeing my hand was blocking it. Alright, right here. Change the cursor color to something everyone could see. Let's say inverse. Cursor color is that. Inverse. Inverse is. Go like hot pink. Can't mistake. Alright, so right now we have it inverted. Alright, so I'll go back to the wireframe to show you guys what I'm talking about. So in the wireframe, you have Dino Topo on. You gotta go into the Dino Topo things here. So now if you drag, what do you want? You want not relative detail, you want constant detail for now. Because what relative detail does here is if you zoom in, you get more detail, and if you zoom out, you get a certain amount of detail, and that can be a little confusing. So just go constant detail on the detailing here, and if you drag the brush across, you'll notice that the triangles get less. Alright, so you want to Control Z that, and turn, once you're in constant detail, you gotta turn it up. Let's turn this up to like about 6, and drag it. Alright, it doesn't do it as much, so that we're about the same level here. They also have a sucker tool here that you can click on, and then click on the mesh, and it will tell you what detail level it's at. And if you run it, you'll see that nothing happens. So now we know that we gotta go above 7, right? So I'll go like 10. And let's see, now when we drag it, we get a little more detail. Let's make the brush size a lot smaller. I'm gonna zoom in some more. Rotate it, right? You want it, let's go 20. Actually, let's go 15. 20 might be a bit much. Okay, so 15 we start to get something. Let's actually go 20. Let's make the brush size just a little bit bigger. Okay, now we start to get something. I turn smooth shading on. Let's go back to that shaded mode. Zoom out. So there's a little bug there. Okay, so now if I drag it, you see it kind of makes an indentation, but I think I want a little bit more detail with that. You could overlay the wireframe just to make sure you get the right detail by coming up here in this menu here, right? And what's the name of this menu? It's like a display, right? It's not popping up, but basically it's a viewport overlays. So you could overlay wireframe on here. You know, when you drag the mesh, you can see how much, you know, you can see that it's getting a certain amount of level of detail there. I'm gonna go 25 on that. You know, a little bit. We want some tighter. Okay, that's fine for now. I'm gonna make the brush just a little bit smaller. We're gonna start joining some of these lines here. I could turn the wireframe color down so you can barely see it, or you could just turn it off altogether, which is what I would do. Alright. I'm gonna use a less distracting red than I'm gonna use something that's more conducive to sculpting. So I have a whole host of matte caps here. Matte caps. And these are like viewport shaders. That helps you when you sculpt. Right, so I'm going for something a little more like clay. And maybe, do I have anything darker than that? Let's see. Oh, look at this one. Okay, let's go with this. Okay, so I'm looking for that nice contour, and I'm looking at the drawing here, and remember, you know, we can't do anything particularly wrong. You know, we just have to start. So I'm just dragging. I just drag a little curve there. Let's rotate this. Right. Wherever we see a line, You're just laying that down. Alright, Dino Topo is on. Alright, let's reinforce this line a little bit. I'm gonna do the top of the glass here. Now this is where having something like a Wacom pen tablet works, because if you could draw like with pen and paper, you could it's almost like drawing on it. Alright, so you see it has the door there. I could just put my door in. I want it futuristic, so we could, you know, like the thing about concept art, you could stray away from it a little bit if you want. So, you know, and kind of think in terms of real. So if it's a futuristic car, everything, you know, you don't want like weird panels that exist today. But I still would, just for now, I would do something like this. Let's put that in. Oh, yeah, this shader. Okay, this shader, I have to change the shader. We want something a little more spot on. Probably like that. Okay. So you can see when you put the lines down. At this point in time, it's all about these lines. See, maybe if I come here and I ended it here, that's it right there. Oh, what if I come down or did like that? It's all about lines when you're doing this kind of concept stuff. And I would think that this that's a pretty big door. Let's zoom out a bit. Meh, that's fine. I want to continue this curve like that. Let's do it all the way around. Because it's in the future, right? You could they could have all kinds of stuff. Probably hinges from the bottom. Probably this is where the hinge is. You know. If you're smart, maybe it's a door, like it probably is like half the width and the rest of the door slides in to the body of the car. You see, notice how like, even though like I made a line there, you don't have to be like super accurate with everything. And also I just have the one drawing here, but you could also have several other concepts of other like car designs and stuff. As a matter of fact, I recommend that if you're doing anything like this. I'm just drawing things down for now. No biggie. I feel like I need more contrast. Hold on here. Let's do cavity. That should help. Yeah, this is simple enough to handle some cavity going on there. Don't like to use cavity too much. It gives you a false sense of things looking kind of completed. But the good thing about it kind of shows you how deep your strokes are. Let's zoom out a bit. Let's take a look. just going to draw the lighting, so it doesn't attack any major thing. With these, I believe you could like actually get, you know, like like a curve and have it mark it out and do all that sort of stuff. We're not going to get into all that right now. We're just going to do it as is. But what I want to do, I want to make this kind of concaved. So I'll just zoom this up a bit. See if I can hit it. Hit it a little bit of that. Just a little bit of that. Zoom back out. I'm just going to check the wireframe on here real quick. Okay. Make this a little brush a little bit smaller. I'm just going to draw like a freehand circle around it. It's all good. Right, and then there's like some other like things like indicate, like look like kind of like an indicator, but it's not. It's really not. It's like some future nonsense. So let's see if we can drop that in there.
It's too weird. Kind of fun.
I have it kind of high up. I think I'll just do it lower down.
Is it true?
Okay, yeah, I have to talk with somebody there for a minute, but back on track here. Talk with my wife, somebody. But yeah. So if you notice, these seams look pretty big and thick and all that sort of stuff. It's fine. We're gonna flatten some areas and get everything looking very machined. But the important thing is, at least for me, is to get the basic design of what this could look like. Alright, so you just kind of want to get all your lines down. Alright, it's not 100% perfect. We're going to work our way there. gonna drop this part here. Alright, notice how we have a blank piece here. Alright, that kind of sucks. Right, because like this look like this part here is shorter. And we could technically like one good thing like with 3D code, I could come in here and just chop this part here and just connect these two parts. But in Blender, you could kind of do that, but it's not as straightforward as that. So I'm just gonna work this into the design. So this is you know, if you ever encounter anything like this, you would know that you know that's sometimes you could work with things that could be deemed as mistakes or missteps and kind of work them in. But if you're working on a job, you're gonna have to stick to this if you're working for someone and they give you a design, you're gonna have to stick close to that. But we're just doing a tutorial here, right? Just getting this stuff down. Okay, let's see what tools they have here. Isn't these let's see what they have here. Clay strips, thumbs, layer. Hold on here. Okay, that's the tool I was looking for. Fill. Let's grab the fill tool. Just gonna fill here out. You can try to work this contour in. So let me grab my clay strips. Is that still a negative? Lovely. I'm gonna try to scrape that down. I'm gonna work that contour in there a little bit. Okay, coming back here with some smooth. We're still on Dino Topo, that's good. Okay, I'm gonna come back in here with this draw brush. We just wanna, could this line be better? I think so. It could be more of a curve or more of a slant to work that in, but for now we're good. Alright, we just want to get some ideas down here. Keep it simple, right? Look how wobbly this is, right? So you want to come in here and you want to, you could do like little things like flatten. So if you're sculpting for the first time, a car may not be the ideal thing to tackle, but it could be because you could keep it as simple as complex. Well, a futuristic concept car, I should say, because nobody have seen it, right? So not even futuristic. I'll just say concept car. All right, so keep it simple. You keep things easy on yourself. Work with one or two tools. Right, if you could do everything, if you could do as much as you can with a draw brush or the standard sculpt brush, then you're doing pretty good. And these are things that I've learned myself. Right, and I've learned to be loose with it over time. Before, I would look for like, I gotta get like this, these perfect circles and these straight lines, and in the end, it's good to know those things, but so contour, you want to get accustomed to it with your hand and your eye and all that sort of stuff, getting this stuff going. Alright, so I kind of replicating a little bit of this here. So in a circle right here. keep that, that's fine. Some kind of weird futuristic light or engine or something, I don't know. Yeah, let's try to get some of the features down here. I mean, I can already feel myself needing more resolution, but we're gonna get there. Let's get this a little bit of that. Keep that light. Let's keep it simple. You know, like, the brush could be a lot smaller. I can zoom in, but this could lead to something cool here. Some kind of cool grill that extends to the light here. I have like some kind of line that comes here. Let's do that. Of course, there's all kinds of like wipers and stuff here, but I'll leave that alone for a minute. What else can we knock out real quick? The underside of the car could be a whole thing. That could be a whole thing, because first of all, you could look at the underside of get the underside of a real car, and then you could kind of future tech it up, right? I'm gonna run this line here. I like to do as much from my imagination, because I like to observe things in real life. So I like to do as much what I think things are, and then pull out, you know, which is probably not a good practice. It could be. I'm not sure. I'm still on the fence with it. Pull out reference materials a little bit after, when it comes to concept stuff, and then just kind of reel in my ideas. See, like this part here, I'm gonna fill that part out, but this part can be one piece. Let's just fill that out real quick. I'm gonna jump into the fill tool right here, and the fill tool, we can just fill stuff up. That's why we're kind of drawing things in like lines right now. I don't know why I did that, but whatever, it just felt like I needed to. Let's come back here into this draw tool. We're not going to focus on the underside of the car too much for right now. I mean, that could be a really fun part to deal with, and I could get carried away with it. I don't want to do that. Okay, let's go back to the overall car. Let's take a look. Right, so when you get the correct form of your object, you're half the way there, right? You're half the way with having it look like something. I'm just gonna drag some lines here. There's some really good car enthusiasts who will be able to say, hey, this looks like a, you know, a Countach or something like that, or like some kind of Corvette. You know, the back is like this or it's like that, you know, like that. There's people out there who could run circles around me when it comes to cars, for sure. You know, I'm by no means a car guy. Right? I don't want to do like a trunk or anything. It's in the future. They don't have trunks in their cars anymore. Yes, let's do like the boundary where the underside is here. Okay, so it goes into the door. Whoa. Okay, we got it. We got it. Zoom. Let's just rotate here. I'm gonna come back in just like so. This could be wrong, but I'm gonna see. Don't have any concept art or anything of the bottom, but we could look at images online, or if you have a car, or you could look at your own car. If you could look at the bottom of it. You know, and sometimes when I do these things, I get ideas. Like the idea I have like just came into my head was like, hey, maybe I could cut in, you know, maybe that's something we do. So check this out. Check this idea for the back. Maybe we could cut that, you know, cut in there up to like where the tail light is. And we just take a chunk out back there because it's in the future, right? Take out this chunk. Now this is where like something like 3D code will definitely work. We're just like going in and gouging out like a whole section of the mesh. You could totally do that there. I think in Blender here we'll probably have to use some bullioning, unless someone out there right now has know of a different method to use in sculpting to get that. Let's zoom out. You know, while I'm, looking at it here, if I'm gouging it out, why didn't I angle it off? Hey, it's all good, baby. We'll get there. Matter of fact, this whole part here could be gouged out. Boom, look at that. I just thought of something. Working in Blender here doing this particular thing is making me miss 3D code. Making me miss 3D code. I wonder how we could dig into that. Let's deal with that some other time. You know how I could do that? We could draw like a spline and just extrude it and just delete it. Let's do that. So okay, let's come out of sculpt mode. While we got the eye, while the eye there is still fresh. Okay, I'm gonna make a spline of this shape. Need all these back. Bingo, like so. Wait a minute, hold on, what's going on here? Okay, that's better. All right, let's look at the bottom. Let's see, that's Alt 7, Control 7. Yep. Okay, so there's the bottom of the car. I'm gonna make a spline here and come into Blender, do a curve, scale that curve up just a little bit, and right click, and everyone set the handle types to a vector for now. Let's grab G, and let's just snappy. Let's just bring it over here. grab the other part here. And then and I'm pressing G. And then we're just gonna make this shape here. I'm holding Control, right clicking, and it's following where I click. Hopefully we don't get in too much trouble for doing things like this. I'm thinking, you know, it should be okay, right? Okay. Let's go to the top here. I do have some vehicles, at least one or two vehicles to do, you know, for the story of the game Soul 3000, which I wasn't planning to do until later, but this was, you know, good documentation for me for later at least. See, select these two, scale along the x-axis, press 0, enter, and I'm gonna bring the cursor. Press tab. And, oh, hold on, let's go back here. See cursor, Shift S, cursor to selected. And I'm gonna bring the origin to the 3D cursor. Okay, so everything looks like it should be fine. Let's bring this down. This is just general shape. I'm gonna just mirror this spline here. Modifier, mirror. Okay, here we go. Mirror. I don't think it's mirrored properly. See if we can get this going better again. Scale Oh, there we go. Oh, we got it now. I don't know why it didn't work before, but right there. I'm gonna convert this to a mesh. Right? To convert things to a mesh, you just have to select them and go up in the menu, in object mode, and go in object, and then look for convert, and then you see something called mesh or curve or whatever. You can do that here in Blender. Press tab. I'm going to go in vertex mode just to look at all the lovely vertices. Press A, and I'm going to Alt M, merge by distance, just to make sure. We're going to press F to fill that, and then I'm going to press E to extrude up. We're just going to make a little block where we could get our gouge. We could gouge out. Gouge out part of the model while we're here. Don't have to be a bazillion% perfect. It's just gotta be close. And then later we're gonna force everything into submission. You know, speed is preferred when you're working for people. Alright, they just want to see a result quickly, and then you touch things up. So I guess that's where my mindset is at. Okay, so let's convert this to a mesh again. I'm gonna press A to apply all scales and transforms. It's something you gotta do in every 3D program. You gotta look for that so you avoid mesh errors. Control A. Alright, and now let's see if we could I'm gonna save, which is important. And now I'm gonna look to see if I could boolean this into that. To do that, you select what you want, like the car, and then you look for let's see, it should be under deform, right? Oh no, it's under generate, the boolean, right? And then you use this eyedropper tool here in Blender. Oh, you guys probably not seeing it, but believe me when I tell you, it's there. Then select that. You know, let me hide the chat for a minute. I'm sorry guys. No problem, hide that chat box. There we go. Now you can see it. Alright, so this is a boolean modifier right here above my head. and I use the box to cut into the mesh. Now, if we select the box and hide, we'll see that it's properly chipped into the model, and I think this is fine. And we don't have to get crazy. Maybe I can make it a little bit deeper by moving the model up and down. So I'm gonna select the model. I'm just gonna move it up a bit. Right, yeah, that's it. That's enough. Okay. What I want to do is to extend this back part here a bit. Alright, so we get a nice clean cut. Alright, so that's fine. So now you're going to select this and you're going to convert this into a mesh, right? Or you can press apply on the modifier to apply it, and it saves all the changes. Let's delete that object. And there we go. We got a little notch. Now we could go back to sculpting. Now in 3D code, you could just do all that in like a single. You could just like literally look down the front of the car and just cut it out like that. Not sure you could do that here in Blender. I'll have to look that up. Okay, so we had an idea and we executed on the idea, and here it is, right? Let's see what else we could do. Let's see if we can get a little more detail. Let's try to see if we can get some flat edges happening, because that's what it's all about, right? Bottom flat edges, baby. Oh, look how cruddy that looks. Let's make this front light. Let's focus on this front light. What I would like to know is, in Blender, is there a way where you could pivot off of like a single axis? So can I like come here and just rotate on a point? I'll have to look that up. Okay, first of all, let's get some more resolution happening. So I'm gonna turn Dino Topo back on. Alright, this is gonna give you a little warning, no big deals. Alright. And I still want constant detail, brush detail. Let's stick with brush detail. Let's see what brush detail gives us. So if I come here and let's turn the wireframe back on so we can see it. Oh yeah, that looked like that gave me much more, I think, because I'm at 25%. Okay, let's go, let's use flatten. Oh yeah. So, okay, we're just gonna work on this one thing here. I'm gonna go a little bit straight on. Now let's just play with this. If we could get it somewhat right, then we know we're working with something, right? I'm just running this along here because I want to see how. If I turn the detail up more, do I get more? Oh, that's good. Yeah, so that's more. Hold on here. Got to turn the opacity up. Oh yeah, so that's more. Okay, just double checking here, guys. Let's go to 20. And let's start to work with this. If I go smaller, get more detail on there. Smaller brush size. I see something here. I know Blender has all kind of little hidden things, so let's see what we have here. Line project. Let's just stick with this one thing here for now. Another thing you could do in Blender, you could actually split the view, so you could have more than one view happening of the same thing. So I could split that view. I could come down here. I could give this an angle like so. Just so I could see what's going on. Right? And I could work on it over here like so. See what this thing is doing. Yeah, so that brush size is completely controlling the topology in this. I kind of don't like that. Let's see what else we have here. I probably should just stick with my constants. Definitely scale this down. Yeah, it's been trying to get I'm using the flatten brush right now. I'm just trying to flatten little areas here. Alright, so let's see here. Let's go back to this draw tool. Smoothen this out here. Let's get this shape here. Flatten. I'm jumping over the strips. Go back to basket. I'm using smooth to smoothen out once I build up. Now the reason why I haven't like made primitives and put them on and all that sort of stuff is just so that this tutorial is about doing sculpting hard surfaces, right? So you gotta learn how to kind of think a little bit like a sculptor, how to build up things. And hard surfaces would be arguably a little more tricky to do in sculpting because everything has got to look milled and machined, right? You know, everything is done through stencils, you know, so ideally you want to do something like this using just, you know, your standard polygons, stuff like that, but you know, it'd be like a challenge, right? You want to be able to, I mean, you've seen people use ZBrush and they've made like really nice looking hard surface stuff. So it's totally possible. If they could do it, you could do it. Now, would it be as pro as there as how they do it? No, probably not, but you gotta build up to that. And at the same time, I'm looking over here to see how it looks over in the other screen also. If you don't do that, then you just have to constantly rotate like this. Just to see, like, I know that's kind of thing, so I can do that. Needs a little more clay there. Build up some more clay. And then you could do things like, you could have a little patience and come in and then sharpen the edges and make things tighter. Come in here. Let's pull up this part here. Does it need building up? Let's go. Come in here, let's go negative. So one good tip about sculpting also is that try to use one tool that you like draw tool. I like clay strips in most sculpting apps. I rarely ever use a draw tool. I use it a little bit sometimes, but I must use a clay strips tool if the app has it. It does these nice square lines, and you want to be able to gouge out, right? Negative on it, and then go positive on it, and smooth. That's it. You could do all that with just the one tool. Alright, try to stay to one brush size. Try not to zoom in and out too much. And rotate and take a look at what you got. And then when you reach a point where you figure you can't do any better, then you change up tactics a little bit. And that's, to me, that's how you get better. The important thing is having patience with yourself. You know. Yeah, like I know all this is jacked up, and I have patience with myself to sit down and you know, work on that some more. And I'll like, okay, you know, I'll get that dent out. And just kind of live there. Live. You guys have probably heard me use that term. Let's just live right here. If you're living right here, you just keep updating it and you keep fixing it. Before you know it, the whole thing is starting to come together, right? Is there faster ways to do this? Of course. You could learn all the fast ways just for this, and then you could forget them. You know, you're just having fun. You always hear people who draw and sculpt say, "Hey, you gotta learn the fundamentals first." And I was never like a sculptor per se. So I look at sculptors on YouTube and other places. People who do digital sculpting and people who do traditional sculpting. A little dimple there. Gotta get rid of that. Yes, let's deal with this one side here. You always hear people who do concept art, and you know, especially like because you know, I was trying to you know, get into like doing like special effects, CGI and that kind of thing. You know, you always hear them say, hey, you know, developing an eye is the most important thing. And I would agree with them. If you don't have that good artistic eye to know when something needs to be fixed, then it's harder to get a good result. Some wobbly goblins down here. think maybe all this could be one. And part of it is like learning like how the sculpting tool wants to behave. Another part of it too. How the brushes behave in that sculpting tool. Now we have a weird concept light here. Headlight or something. Look like I'm doing like the end of a couch. Like the handle, like the armrest. It's all good. It's good to make the poke a little fun at yourself too. Just get that. You see, like by now, I'm kind of a little bit more accustomed to how 3D Coat brushes want to behave, so I'm kind of actively learning how Blender wants to do it here. And of course, there's something to be said about sticking to just one tool, of course, you know, because you just learn the behavior of that one. It's good to venture out sometimes. Our foray back into Blender. You know, and something like this kind of helps me for when I'm ready to, you know, to do characters also. Hey, how's it going? Small town arc. How's it going? Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the xsinick show, where we eat polygons for breakfast and we hang out. How are you doing? See, I'm constantly watching here to see, you know, training your eye is probably more important than actually getting the thing that you want right off. If you could look at something and say, hey, that doesn't look good, and then you could kind of see why it doesn't look good, then you're already a good artist. You know. Let's just build up these shapes here just a little bit and the edges and shapes. Make this brush a little bit bigger. Okay, I'm gonna go negative on the brush and try to drop some sharper lines. Okay, so I'm gonna try to undo that part there. I'm just gonna save a little bit. Then I'm gonna go in with some more detail. And then we're gonna really try to crisp this up just a little bit more. I'm not gonna go overly to tongue on here because we'll come back and go to tongue on this part here more, but we're just trying to crisp up certain parts of this here. So let's see here. So let's take a look at the wireframe. Yeah, that's pretty dense, you know, but we could make it a little bit denser. let's let's see how low we could go with this. I'm afraid to turn the adaptive thing on, so let's just take that to 1. Let's go 1. Oh, you know what could be happening? So yeah, the polygons could be stretching right there. So we're gonna have to maybe a way to reorganize this. Oh, wait a minute. No. Alright. We have auto topo. So it should do the job. Zoom in a little bit more. Enough cavity from it. Hold on, can we just take a look at that wireframe again? What's going on here? Why did I equalize back up? 200? Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna run the light smooth on this. Accentuate these sections right here. Okay, it's like I'm not getting enough pressure. Hold on. It's pretty weird behavior, but okay. So now let's come in. Let's come in with this pinch. I think I still probably need to run flatten before I run pinch. I want to use pinch as the last thing. So let's come in here. Let's see what this flatten will do with this high level detail. It's like flatten wants to be minus. Okay. Rotate. Just gonna rotate this view down here. Come on. Oh, wait a minute. Is this actually flatten or contrast? Oh no, I think oh, it's unflattened. Okay. Woohoo! I'm back with our clay tool. With a flatten tool. Okay, let's see what result we get here. Still a little wobbly goblins, but we'll get there. Okay, it's coming. it's a comment. Okay, let's check somewhere else out. Probably noodling too much on that. We'll work on it some more. Let's go to this part here. Just off the bat, we could add great value by running this brush along. And Blender's starting trying to catch up. I might have to do a remesh on this just so that we can get some things back optimized. Voxel size. Just like this. Is it doing it? Let's try a remesh, just see what happens. Hopefully we're not remeshing up. Oh, did it do it? Oh, here we go. Let's take a look. Oh no, it's still slow. Remesh. Oh, Daniel Topo was active. My bad, guys. Gotta turn that off. Guess I'll remesh on that. Oh, maybe we could like run this. Okay, there we go. Oh, we lost something there. Let's go back. Oh my gosh, you made the whole thing solid. Do that. Well, that's the only thing about the difference between doing things in 3D code and like a traditional sculpting program like ZBrush. Or here you gotta like really think about your topology, and you gotta kind of pick your battles a little bit. 3D code, you can go buck wild. Okay, let's see here. It Let's try that one more time here. Mesh. Like that. I want to see what it is. So 5 is more or less. Let's see. Let's go here. Let's turn the wireframe on. Oh, you know, now I can select here. So what goes there? Oh, so the higher you go. Okay. Let's drop that down. 001. Mesh. So the smaller you go, the more dense it is. Maybe I should go on 005 to think about it. That's really dense to get all that wobbly crap in there. Oh no, I think I made it worse, guys. I think like I densed it up. Like it's probably like so dense it turned the whole thing turned blue. Oh no. Can I quit? Can you quit operations? Can you exit? Wow, this might be a 4-part series. Oh no! I think I crashed the app. I mean, it's going. It's just I made it to 0.01 is too much. I should have gone 0.05. Why didn't I do that? Just inch my way down. Sorry, little guys. But anyways, you've seen we added more detail to it, and we're gonna continue adding more detail as soon as my computer is freed here. I mean, I could literally crash Blender and reopen it, but could have the potential of losing stuff. But let's see. Let's do that. I'm gonna crash Blender. Let's back out of Blender here. Am I back? Let's see. Nope, still thinking. Whoa. Okay, so it's gone. Okay, let's fire that up again. Fire it up. Okay. Here we are with all. We went back a ways though. Okay. Let's see here. Let's come. Autosave. Let's check the autosave. Let's see. Last session. It didn't save a backup. Anyways, not too much loss. We still have the general thing here. You guys saw where it was, where it went to. Alright, so yeah, let's get back here. Cavity. Okay. Turn this back on. Okay. Yeah, okay, I think we're back to where we were before it crashed. Just minus some pinching, which is fine. I just wanna, yeah, we're gonna go over this remesher here in Blender. Check that out. Right? Yeah, I went too deep with it. So let's come back here, 0.5. Right, tune up Dino Topo. So 0.5 and remeshing. Hit that. Oh, okay, so that's too low. I mean, yeah, that's too low. Let's try it up again. Control Z. Remesh. So yeah, 5. Let's go 1. Okay, that's better. So it held on to the detail, and now I'm going to use this flatten tool here. Let's get some flat shapes. Yeah, and we do have our cutout and everything, and make sure and save, right? So my mistake is that I was not saving, so that's a lesson for you guys out there. Make sure make sure and save. Lesson number 1. So I'm making a mistake, so you guys don't have to. All right, here we go. I'm just gonna hide this. Let's leave that on for a minute, and zoom in here. We got our flatten tool. Tune off Dino Topo, because I think this we have enough topology here to do stuff. I'm gonna hide that. Zoom out. Okay, the one thing I could say is that these brushes are behaving a lot differently than I remember them behaving. So that's something I'm gonna have to look into also. Because I have a flattened brush here, and when I apply it, it seems like it wants to build up. It's building up instead of flattening, which is kind of a little bit strange. Flatten should go down. When I press negative, it's acting a little weird. It's not necessarily behaving. Yeah, look at it. It's completely puffed that up. So that's something I'm gonna have to look into. Okay, let's see here. And I know the flatten tool could double as the contrast. Clean offset, clean trim. Okay, so you could definitely do like a plane and all that sort of stuff. Okay, that's fine. Let's see here. Okay, so that's probably what I'm getting when I hold. Okay, so it's probably jumping into the contrast tool. Yeah, so flatten is minus, contrast is plus. So that's what's happening. Whew. Where's my clay strips? Maybe I'm smoothing too heavily. Hey! You think able vests? Unthinkable. Unthinkable V. Unthinkables SV. How's it going? Thanks for joining the stream. Welcome to the xsinick show, where we eat polygons for breakfast. Now this, we do sculpting here. We do Blender modeling. We also do some concept art from time to time. So I'm presently on the stream here. Let's fill this up here. Working on a game. But this right here is just a little bonus kind of a tutorial here on how to sculpt some level of hard surface things. It's not looking really hard surface right now, but it will get there. It's all about the edges. Okay. Okay, let's come in here with a. Let's start to get some stuff happening here. Where's my pinch? Is that crease? Multiplane scrape? Oh, multiplane scrape. Really? That's what it calls a multiplane scrape. Sometimes simple is better. Like as you go, you kind of learn what each tool kind of wants to do to some degree. Let's just make some of these lines tighter, which is probably what we should have done. Just, you know, I got a little overzealous there, guys, and just kind of jumped in. But it's all part of it, right? Let's just tighten these seams up. It's all good. And I also like to flatten along seams also. Let's do a little smoothing out. It's all good. And the next thing I've learned also is, like, if you're working, like, I'm getting a little frustrated with the front there because of how the tools are behaving a little bit different than what I could remember using before. I remember Blender being really responsive, but maybe I was doing a little bit less, you know, I'm not sure. Well, I mean, I modeled a whole person in sculpting here, and many hard surface things, other hard surface things. Like, you know, buildings and all that. That's really hard surface. You need a definite edge for things. But for some reason, coming here and hearing difference, I don't know, maybe between the updates we may have changed something, or maybe it's just gotten better and I was learning how to use the not good system. So we're just gonna take it simple by just gonna undo that. Just kind of going over these creases we made at first here, and just kind of tightening them up a little bit. Just keep it simple like that. So it's kind of wobbly there, we can fix that later. It's no big deals. And just tightening up these seams. See, voxels kind of recalculate themselves, but I think, like, in geometry here, the polygons are being stretched. So let's see here. Just make this a little smaller. What I can remember is another thing for sculpting, a little bit goes a long way, right? I'm gonna get two in and over your head. Let's come here. Yeah, like that's horrible right there. We'll fix that. We just fold it back up with clay and do a better job. Maybe I'm making it too tight, but hey, whatever. Having fun. And then I'll drop a remesh to probably recalculate the, recalculate these stretch polygons. Smooth that already in here. Okay, see, this is a back screen of the car. And of course, this is a, I shouldn't say of course, but in the future, you know, they have cars that it's not even electric, it's like powered by its own atomic sun. So your everlasting battery. And it's all based on electromagnetism. Or magnetism, I should say. It was electro, but zoom out here a bit. Alright. Maybe it's a good thing it crashed earlier. You know, so we should like try to work our way down into that detail. Whoops. It's a no-no. Okay, smoothing out the overall shell of this car here. We're gonna fix this. This is atrocious right there. In front of that, let's go back. Let's scale. I'm gonna run that remesh and see if it'll fix some of the stretch. So I'm just gonna confirm that these things are stretching by turning my wireframe on. Just gonna zoom into that area. Yeah, totally right. So turn the wireframe off. Oh, we got a tool right here. We could take a look side by side. Just gonna zoom in a little bit so you can see this wireframe here. I'm gonna look at the mesh over there and then let's try the remesh one more time. I think this remesh should even out any stretched areas. Okay, let's go. Remesh. See. It softened it up some. Maybe we could have gone a little more detailed. It looked like it kept the basic lines of what it is we have. So that's cool. So now we could continue doing adaptive sculpting on here. I'm not even worried about the front headlight element. You know, we'll fix that. What I would want to do is to really work with this flatten tool. Back with my clay strips. Like the clay strip smooth is almost has like a flatten to it, which is really tripping me off. I mean, it's not messing things up. It's just, you know, it's a welcome surprise to it. It's like my car, like a cleft palate or something. Overzealous there. Yeah. Come on, you. You can do it. Ah, I'm gonna lie to you guys. This flatten tool is not working the way I think it should. It's doing all kinds of wackiness in here. I'm gonna have to look at that tool like and I'm gonna stick with my clay strips. Like I want the flatten to work a certain way, and it's not. Take a look at this tool here. Yeah, that tool is bizarre. There's a multi-plane crease tool, but they're calling it multi-plane scrape. I think maybe it wants to work on much more. Yeah. Why is that working like that? Let's see here. Okay, we're getting back off with palette. We'll work on that later. Yeah, I'm gonna have to work on that front. It should just literally be a paper thin seam. Let's see. Let's close that up. Maybe, let me try the scrape tool. Maybe scrape is the way. Oh, I think this is it, guys. Yep. So there you go. Alright, so rediscovering tools here. So scrape is behaving the way I want flatten to behave. Awesome. So let's zoom into here and see what's up. Right, and in 3D code, flattens behaves the way that scrape does. So that's the difference, okay? Alrighty. Then there's a crease. Okay, here we go. Let's turn Dino Topo on and let's get some resolution up in there. I'm gonna conquer this edge no matter what. First, let's get that edge nice and straight. It's gonna do what I say no matter what. We're gonna spend this entire stream. Maybe I shouldn't be so brash, but entire string getting this edge to work. Let's see, do I have that strength? Okay, pinch. Lovely. What's throwing me off too is the fact that Blender doesn't want to pivot on a particular point. That's a little trip up. Where's my scrape tool? Scrape. Plastic surgery. Maybe I'm fussing with it too much and it's like, oh man, come on. Okay, there we go. Undo that. That's show how I want it to behave. It literally is drawing on. Yeah, come on. That's all I wanted. Back away on the strength there a bit. Control Z that. Yep, and I think in here you have different kinds of strokes. So you have space and we could choose a line. Right, you could literally pull a line here. Let's see that do its thing. Yeah, so half the battle is adjusting your brushes, guys. Just in case if you don't know. So you gotta go through all these settings and just get the brush that you need. I think it's doing some really detailed Dino Topo stuff, so I'm gonna drop that down to 140. Let's take a look here. Yeah, still doing this nonsense, but we'll fix that. Yeah, I have a way of getting what I want in the end. Okay, we're gonna keep that tool handy right there. I think maybe going 0.8 on that. It's fine. And yep, I'm using a pinch, pull that in some. Come on, you can do it. Alright, I'm overly focusing on that. Let's just get away from here. Alright guys, so I'm gonna leave off for now. We're gonna come back and approach it some other time. And that's the next thing. If you're working on something and you're getting a little frustrated, it's always good to get up and just kind of walk away, come back, you know. We do probably some fun automotive type type matte caps here. Oh, look at this one. This one literally looks like speckle paint. Isn't that crazy? We don't want anything like that. We just that's a little too fancy. It's oh, let's try that. A little more ZBrushy. Okie dokie. So we're looking at this. Let's rotate around. You know, we want to be able to see where things fail and where things work. All right. So, so we got the main panel lines in here and that kind of thing. So one thing I'm gonna do when we come back, we're gonna continue. We're gonna work on the headlight here and get us working properly. Even if we have to do bullioning, you know, then that kind of slightly defeats the purpose. But you've seen the front of this video where I went in and I kind of flatten it and use my eye and all that sort of stuff. But you know, we could easily just take a bullion, cut that clean, you know, and just continue working like that. So we're gonna, you know, we'll probably do that for the next one, that kind of thing. Unless I could find, I think there may be a plane tool in here. So you know, I'll check that out, but I wouldn't want to do it on stream because it may come across a little frustrating for some people just to sit and watch that. But yeah, so far so good. You know, we got I mean, it's looking like some sort of something, right? And I want to get even deeper into detail and get some little finite, you know, little specks of detail here and there and that kind of thing. You know, I want the front here to look more like a grill, so we're gonna have to work this front completely out in a certain way. Again, bullioning could work with that too. You know, to get nice straight clean lines like what we did with the underside of the vehicle. All right, so this has been xsinick. You know, you saw me modeling some terrain. Capturing textures, you know, for the terrain so I could put it in the game engine. We worked out the last video before this one. We worked out the shape of this thing based upon the concept art that we had. Then today we went in and further made some of these panel, you know, some donating kind of like where the lines, where the glass is and where the door is and all that kind of stuff. This is by no means 100% complete. By no means. We're still going to continue and make it cooler than it is right now. What I'm going to do while we're in here, I'm going to make one. I think under here should have like these different kind of stripe things. Let's try that. Where's that tool? Where's that? This is like, yeah, the crease tool, right? You know, so maybe we make a couple lines down like this, something like so. You know, which might be kind of cool to kind of make all along here for the bottom, but we'll see. All right, guys. So this is xsinick. I'm heading out. I love crisp lines like that. We're gonna get the front crisp for the next video. Get all these lines nice and crispy. Get everywhere that needs to be smooth. We're gonna smooth it up, and we're gonna focus on that. Smooth panels. Sorry, smooth body surfaces and crisp lines, and then we're gonna break up the surface because, you know, obviously in the future we could fabricate everything in one piece, but it wouldn't be interesting for our model. We will break this up into some more panels, some more interesting shapes. All right, guys. So I'll see you guys later. And take it easy. Yeah, see you tomorrow, God willing. Have a good night. xsinick out. Peace. Oh, before I go, we should probably I see a render with this thing floating. Yeah, so this was our concept right here. You know, it kind of adheres to the concept a little bit. Yeah, look at those wobbly lights. We're definitely gonna fix that front. I mean, the front of the car is like the main thing, so that's gotta be spot on. What color do you like? What if we add a light below that? See something? Let's add a light under it, just to play around. And of course, like under the car needs lights, right? Else it wouldn't be the future. It looks like fog. Oh, those headlights are atrocious. Look like pillows. Like it's an inflatable car. That's what it is. That's the new thing in the future. I've seen it. They have inflatable clothes and cars. we'll remedy that, in next stream, guys. We can't go out like this. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Take it easy.
My name is Imogen Sajet. My entire life has been study, analysis, planning. Today, the galaxy is burning. I will be bound into the Carcassonne, merged with the ship in both body and mind.
Fleet-wide comms open. Attention all personnel. You've each just received a mission briefing. Nothing is redacted, because I want you to know what is at stake. We have been tasked with finishing Karen Sajet and the 5th Fleet's mission. Discover the source of the anomaly and stop it once and for all. I know we were expecting a simple shakedown cruise.
Proximity alert. Control enemy strike craft and weapons ready.
Many of you are feeling overwhelmed, doubting yourselves.
Confirmed.
We've got incoming. They have us in multiple launches. Tracking all covered. They're all over.
Ask yourselves this, Fleet. Who would follow a course laid by doubt when we already have the finest navigator of our generation? I have no doubt. We will succeed. Whatever it takes to complete the mission.
Enemy strike craft coming in fast. Pick your target. Split.
Close rate too high.
Break. Good hit.
My name is Imogen Sajet. Now, I must be more than a scientist. I am Fleet Command.